Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, history enthusiasts, curious minds, and fellow explorers of the past. Today, we shall embark on a journey not only through the corridors of a museum, but through the annals of time itself. Join us as we unravel the profound significance of historical museums, where the echoes of bygone eras resonate with whispers of wisdom and tales of triumph. Together, let's uncover why these repositories of human experience are not just merely collections of artifacts, but instead windows into our collective identity and heritage. And with that, I would like to introduce to you all the Museum Pendidikan Surabaya, or the Surabayan Educational Museum. The Surabaya Educational Museum is a historical thematic museum which was established as a step to preserve the nation's history and culture with the aim of supporting educational, research, and recreational activities in the city of Surabaya. This museum stores material evidence of education dating back during the pre-literate period, the classical period, the colonial period, as well as the independence period. Opened on November 25th of 2019, the museum is currently located at what is now Jalan Kenteng Kali number 10 in a reused building that used to supposedly house the Taman Siswa School back in 1925, which was a branch of the former original Taman Siswa in Yogyakarta that was founded by the once renowned and famous former Indonesian Minister of Education, Mr. Ki Hajar Dewantara himself.
This museum houses more than 860 artifacts that document the long journey of education in Indonesia, which falls within 6 categories: history, philology, heraldry, ethnography, ceramology, and technology. Education started long during the prehistoric era with its transfer of knowledge passed down from older generations to the younger generations. During the era of kingdoms, knowledge was distributed through the founding of institutions such as Padepokan and Pura, and through informal methods such as through hermitages and family. It was during this era that the concept of writing was established, allowing knowledge to be easily preserved and distributed. Books, particularly religious texts, were written in Javanese and Arabic scripts, as was the custom at that time given the influence from Arabic and Hindu Buddhist scholars in Indonesia. Dutch colonist rule modernized the way education was spread in Indonesia, allowing the introduction of the concept of schooling in Indonesia, bringing with them the printing press to mass-produce books and the application of chalkboards as teaching aids. Upon independence, educational materials soon all used Indonesian fully as the national language of the nation, and the advances in technology changed the way Indonesians learn. This museum has a significance towards its nation, as it shows a side of history not commonly noticed by the public, giving more hints of its colonial past, with texts in Chinese and Japanese appear given the entrance of Chinese immigrants into Indonesia and Japanese colonization during World War II. It is an important location to visit in order to learn more of Indonesia's history through an educational point of view. When you visit the museum, you are required to park your personal vehicles at the public car park just a few meters away, as the museum lacks the space to park at. It is advised to take a taxi or use an e-hailing vehicle for ease of mind. The museum requires a digital entrance ticket which you can easily purchase through its website. The ticket is paid through QR code, so you need to have a mobile banking application in order to pay for the tickets. The tickets are very affordable, as general admission tickets cost 5,000 rupiah, but tickets for students cost 3,000 rupiah with showing your student card as proof.
As you're coming in, you will meet the development of the education from the pre-literacy era to the Hindu, Buddhist, and Islamic kingdom. Here, they describe in general about what happened in those eras. You can also find books that happen in Islamic kingdoms and also in Hindu Buddhist kingdoms era. In the next room, you'll find the education history of Indonesia during the colonialism until the independence. You will find some interesting products also in here that existed at that time. In the final room, you will find some interesting old school stuff like typewriting machine, laboratories, glassware, some old school books, old school certificates, and some old school writing stuff, and etc.
Indeed, as we stand in awe of the treasures housed within this historical museum, it becomes clear that our support is not just merely an act of generosity, but instead a pledge to preserve the very essence of our shared humanity. By championing this institution, we ensure that future generations can walk the same hallowed halls, drawing inspiration and understanding from the past. So, why should we support this place? Because it serves as a beacon of knowledge which illuminates our path forward with the lessons of yesteryears. Because it safeguards our cultural heritage which reminds us of our ancient roots and in turn shapes our future with wisdom. And last but not least, because it fosters a sense of community which brings people together to celebrate our diverse tapestry of experiences. But the question still lingers, how can we or how shall we achieve this noble endeavor? And the answer to that is that it starts with each and every single one of us. So whether it be through donations, volunteerism, or simply spreading the word, our individual actions will certainly coalesce into that of a powerful force for preservation. And thus, with that being said, I would like to encourage us all to rally behind this historical museum, not only with our words, but together with our deeds, as we ensure that its legacy shall endure for generations to come.